Hi, I'm here with Cynthia Mitchell and Alan Vukovic, and we're back to talk about some successes we've had so far in our national visibility campaign that we've launched a few months ago. The goal of this media plan is to increase local visibility to continually acquire customers. Our objectives being build brand awareness and be top of mind when a customer needs batteries for any vehicle or device, drive in-store traffic, drive intent by increasing online traffic, and increase total sales. So here's Alan to take you through the first part of this media plan.
Thanks, Tom. I want to spend a few minutes talking about the planning parameters for our plan over the course of the next year. Our target audience is mainly focused around adults 25 to 54 years old with a household income of about $75,000 and up. The planning schedule we're going to be looking at covers March through April of 2014. And from a market standpoint, we're going to be covering all markets nationally in the United States, as well as Canada, Puerto Rico, and the Dominican Republic. And we'll also add coverage to any new stores that come into the system over the course of the next year. Tom spent a few seconds highlighting the objectives for the next year, and I want to talk about the strategies that ladder up to those objectives. He first talked about building brand awareness. There are three things that I want to highlight that we're going to do to help drive overall awareness. One is we are going to employ an integrated media mix with multiple touch points to help drive recall. Secondarily, we'll also do sustained media coverage throughout the year. And well, why is that important? Well, you're only in the market to purchase a battery for a brief amount of time, and we want to make sure we're prepared to address a consumer wherever they drop into us in the purchase cycle. And lastly, we want to use high visibility, high engagement media whenever possible to make sure that we increase the likelihood of engagement with consumers. Regarding the second objective that Tom talked about, which is driving in-store sales and increasing website traffic and overall sales, what we're going to do is employ a constant presence in paid search and display targeting. That's extremely important because, again, not only are folks shopping Monday through Friday in today's digital world 24 hours a day. So from a tactical standpoint, what does this mean for us as we take a look at the larger plan? Basically, be everywhere. Now that seems a little simplistic, but you really boil it down to a couple of things. We want to make sure that we're delivering the right message to the right audience in the right place at the right time. In today's digital world, there are four screens: the TV, the laptop, the cell phone, and the tablet. And we need to make sure we're engaging consumers on all of these fronts and doing so effectively. So from a tactical standpoint, we're going to be leveraging a myriad of tools to help drive engagement and awareness. Satellite radio, streaming audio, online video, targeted display, paid social, mobile, search engine marketing, and local visibility. That's a lot of things to make sure that we're paying attention to. And because digital is so expansive, consumers' purchase cycle is more convoluted than ever. This image that you're looking at represents today's consumer decision path. Prior to the advent of the cell phone, consumers moved linearly from an awareness to interest to desire to ultimately action, which we define as purchase. A consumer can reconsider or add in new choices as they move along the purchase cycle and the purchase loop. And so one thing of note here that's extremely important when we talk about awareness, interest, desire, and moving to action, those are things that advertising can help drive. Ultimately, purchase is really influenced at store and by the store employee. Even though consumers have lots of choices, they're looking for folks to make things easier for them, to short-circuit this decision-making process and to create that loyalty loop. If we do a great job of that in-store, we can keep folks from moving back out into the general market and consider us their hero moving forward. So let's take a few seconds to look at the plan overall. The plan is laid out in calendar format through April 14. The national themes are listed across the top with the different mediums we will use listed below: satellite radio, digital display, paid social, mobile, display retargeting, SEM, and visibility. First off, let's talk about satellite radio. Satellite radio will help drive awareness for All Battery Center. Sirius has 21 million satellite subscribers and has subscribers in Canada and Puerto Rico. And while Sirius has 150 total stations, 65 actually air commercials. And we will leverage 60-second, 30-second, and 15-second spots. And we will primarily use sports, news and talk radio, and women-featured programming to attract women listeners as well. Within the satellite radio buy, there will be 3 featured areas which we will highlight our brand accordingly. One will be within NASCAR. There will be co-branded 30-second promotional commercials that will drive folks to tune in to each week's race. It'll run something along the lines of, brought to you in part by the All Battery Center, with a brand tag copy at the end. And we'll have awareness across many stations on the sports network for Sirius. From a holiday standpoint, Sirius has put out a holiday gift guide in the past. It is an online tool that hosts a gift-giving guide and references key sponsors within their network. There will be on-air promos that air during the course of the year, driving folks to go online to see featured products. And lastly, as a part of the BCS Bowl Week in college football, we will have commercials air during Championship Week across targeted sports channels. There'll be top-of-the-hour billboards, which are 10-second promotional spots, and live reads and in-game radio spots to create additional awareness and high visibility opportunities. Here's Cynthia Mitchell, who's going to now take over and talk to you about our streaming audio.
Thanks, Alan. Streaming audio complements radio, enhances user engagement, and drives interactions. Our ads are showing on the popular Pandora site that has over 64 million unique registered users. Along with our audio ads, if a listener is interacting with the screen by liking the song or skipping, etc., our companion ads are displayed. Those are the ads highlighted in red on the screen. These ads increase brand recall and drive interactions by allowing them to click on the ads and come to our website to find a store near them. We have 2 radio ad examples for you to hear so you can experience them inside Pandora's interface. Online video is growing in popularity as it offers a TV-like branding experience with engagement overlays like an embedded store locator. We're running in long-form video content, which is videos over 20 minutes, to increase engagement. We have 15-second video spots with both standard and dynamic overlays. The dynamic overlays dynamically insert the closest All Battery Center store to the user by using their IP address. The dynamic overlay is the vertical ad in the video highlighted in red below. We have all 3 of the video spots for you to see. Display banner ads are a cost-efficient tactic that allows us to precisely target users based on behavioral data. It gives us the ability to serve viewable impressions, which means prominently placed ads above the page fold on premium sites. We're partnering with a third party called Genome that is owned by Yahoo, which uses first-party registered data to allow us to serve targeted, relevant display ads, which means we are showing ads to consumers that we know have a need for what we're advertising. For example, we know they have boats, RVs, or cars. Here's an example of our display ad showing on Yahoo Shopping, which is a popular site, and it's prominently placed on the top of the page. Another example of our display ad prominently placed above the page fold on the very popular Yahoo Sports page. Since 60% of mobile traffic has local intent, it is absolutely necessary for us to be advertising on mobile devices. Our display ads, in addition to being on the web, are also shown on a mobile network that includes popular mobile sites like CNBC and MSN and are prominently at the top of the screen. We have a few examples of our banner ads that demonstrate the different sizes, creative executions on our 2 themes. The first theme is what we call the map. It is meant to carry home the main message that we have a store you can drive to that has batteries for different products by using a map to cleverly outline different applications, from cordless drill to a car. The second theme we call Morph, which is meant to highlight the every battery for every need message by showing one product morph into another, like a motorcycle that then becomes a laptop. All click to find the nearest All Battery Center. Because it's important to not only be at the top of the sales funnel building awareness, but at all stages until they purchase, we use retargeting ads. Retargeting allows us to serve multiple ads to specifically targeted users as they move further down the sales funnel. There are 2 types of retargeting ads. There's site retargeting, which is when someone is exposed to our ad and clicks on it but does not convert. A conversion for us is interacting with the store locator. The second type is search retargeting. This is when we know they're in the market for something we sell because they've searched on a search engine for one of our keywords, like battery or cell phone battery, but didn't click on our ad. We then follow them as they browse online and display our ads as we stay top of mind until they're ready to purchase. We are partnering with two publishers directly, The Weather Channel and Weather Underground. They have an incredibly relevant audience because users are checking weather prior to getting in their vehicle for work or long trips. These publishers have weather-triggered display ads that allow us to set parameters when our ads will show based on weather. For example, if temperatures fall below 30 degrees, because extreme temperatures cause batteries to fail. And severe weather, like hurricane and tornado alerts, which is a great time to hit them up with a preparedness message. Here you can see our ad on the Weather Channel is showing because the temperature is below 30 degrees. These same weather-triggered ads are shown on the websites as well as their mobile sites and apps. Something I'm super excited about is our partnership with Telenav Scout. This allows us to serve search drive-to placements in map apps and in navigation apps inside cars and reaches an audience of over 34 million subscribers. A search drive-to ad is like the example shows. Someone searches for something we sell in their map app. In this example, it's battery. Then they are served our ad, which gives them the store information. But the coolest part is the drive button, which gives them turn-by-turn directions to the store. And we've geofenced the store so we are able to measure those users who saw our ads and then actually drove to the store. Here's a short video so you can see how the Telenav experience works. Since consumers are accessing content from many different devices today, like the laptop, tablet, and smartphone, it is absolutely imperative that we reach them across these multi-screens. To do this, we've partnered with Tap App, which utilizes IP address targeting to display our targeted ads across all screens. Why is it important? Because as you can see from the slide, consumers are using these screens throughout the day, and it's vital for our brand to be in front of them, whether they're at home, on their desktop or tablet, or on the road on their mobile phone. You've heard us talk about the sales funnel a few times now, and search engine marketing is what we consider the bottom of the funnel, where consumers are in the purchase mode. We serve relevant information based on keyword searches, and it's affordable because it's pay per performance model, meaning we don't pay unless someone clicks on our ad. We're in all the major search engines, Google, Yahoo, Bing. We're doing it a few different ways. One, using seasonal keywords to complement the national theme. For example, Alan mentioned that we're right now in the summer hit the road theme, so we're buying terms around that. We're also using local extensions and geomodifier campaigns. You're probably thinking, what the heck is a local extension? Here's a screenshot to illustrate it. In this example, someone searched on camera batteries, which is a head term, meaning a popular term with a lot of searches, but we don't know what their intent is. Do they want to buy online or in a store? So the search engine knows by IP address, if you're logged into your account, or if you're on the mobile phone by your GPS, that you're near a store. So it embeds the store's information inside our ad, and the user can click on the address to get driving directions to the store. A geomodified campaign is when a user types in a keyword with a geomodifier, like their city or zip code. This lets us know that they are looking to shop locally, so we serve up an ad for the store that clicks directly to that store's landing page. In this example, it's Batteries Sandusky. Here's another example of the geomodified campaign using Batteries Concord. From this spaghetti chart, you can easily tell that local listings is complicated. Search engines use aggregate data, meaning they crawl lots of local directories to validate store listing information, which is why it's absolutely crucial for us to provide accurate and consistent store data. Because of this, we've partnered with a third party called Vizion Interactive. They update and submit our store listing information monthly, so our data stays fresh, accurate, and consistent, which gives us maximum local search visibility. This is a screenshot showing how our store information is showing in Google. Notice the consistent naming and branding. So you've heard from me about what we're doing. Now here's Tom to let you know how it's performing.
Thank you, Cynthia. Yes, we're going to talk about performance right now. The campaign has gotten off to a great start. In fact, we've already delivered over 40 million impressions with this campaign throughout the system. Those impressions have delivered over 142,000 clicks, which is a click-through rate of 0.35%. Now, what's important about that is that 0.35% is actually significantly higher than industry average. Industry average shows a click-through rate of around 0.08%, so we're doing great so far. Also, I want to point out another number, which is the telenav drives that she talked about. We've seen, since the campaign started a few months ago, over 412 of those. And what that means is that people actually put in the address of a store and physically actually drove to the store. That data is actually captured there. We also wanted to look at how sales are performing during the same time period. So we pulled same-store sales, meaning we looked at stores that have been open at least 25 months, meaning we didn't want to skew any of the numbers by looking at sales numbers that could have been influenced by ramping a store up. And as you can see, we're up 8% versus a year ago overall in the whole system in same-store sales. And our franchise stores, our strategic partners, are up 10% versus a year ago during this time period. And that's fiscal year to date. That's May and June numbers only so far. We also dug a little deeper to look at what is going on in the retail sales, because a lot of this is more consumer driven. And we're seeing that our retail sales and same-store sales also are up 16% versus a year ago. We'll be digging further into additional metrics like transactions and items per ticket, but right now this is the high level performance numbers that we're tracking for this campaign. So as you can see, we're off to a great start. We've got a lot of things going on, and a lot of it's pretty complicated. We'll be sending out some more communication on this soon, but I want to give you an update since we had the latest numbers here through June. Thank you very much.